Hey everyone, Dr. Rodman with Sports Chiropractic. One of the most common things that we see in our office is lower back pain. And one of the most common reasons for it is people sitting too long. I've read different things saying we shouldn't really sit more than about 5 to 6 hours a day. Now that includes sitting at work, sitting to drive, sitting to eat. And I say some people actually sit in their sleep. They lay on their side and they sleep with their hip flexed at about 90 degrees. So what that does is it gets our hip flexor muscles used a lot and very tight, and what that does is it shuts off our opposite muscles, our glutes. There's something in our body called reciprocal inhibition, and what that means is when one muscle is contracted, the opposite muscle has to shut off or else we won't be able to move. So if my hip flexors are always in this position and tight, my glutes get very weak. A big problem with that is if you think the glutes are the foundation of the lower back, if they're weak, it's kind of like if a boat is in the ocean with no anchor, it can be very unsteady. When the low back doesn't have that solid foundation and it's unsteady, you're more susceptible to lower back pain. But with good, solid, stable glutes and hips, that spine is gonna stay there and be in a good position and not give you more of those tweaks and sprains and strains. So one of my favorite things, it's very easy to do, great thing to do on your lunch break, is bridges. Now I'm gonna show you a bridge right here. You're gonna lay on your back with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor, and most people know this, and you're just gonna hold this for about 5 to 10 seconds. Now this is doing a few things at one time. Number one, it's stretching my hip flexors. Number two, it's pushing my spinal disc away from the nerve root. If you have any disc issues, this is almost like a McKenzie exercise. Number three, it's activating my glutes. If you put your hands on your butt while you're doing this, you'll feel them turn on and get fired up. So when they get turned on, it creates a better foundation for the low back. So you're gonna lay here, hold it for 10 seconds, back down, reset, lift up again. Now one of the problems with this is that you can really be using one leg more than the other and may not know it. So after you do about 10 of these and you start to feel your glute muscles turn on, my favorite thing to do is one-legged bridges. So you're gonna straighten one leg and you're gonna lift up with the other, holding it for 5 seconds. You're gonna go down, lift up again. And you should feel a good solid contraction in the glutes and hamstrings. If your hamstrings start to cramp, a lot of times that's because the glute is weak and the hamstring is working really hard to help lift you up. Now you're gonna compare the other side. You're gonna see, is it harder on one side than the other? If it is harder on one side than the other, maybe that side, that glute is weak and inhibited, and it's telling you that's the side you need to focus on strengthening, and that can create imbalances. So gonna lift up, seeing if your body is rotating, seeing if it's harder to lift up. And for me, I know my left side, it's a little bit harder, so I have to work on really trying to hold that and feel that glute contract. You can put your hand there and you should feel that muscle turn on. If you're having any lower back issues or anything at all, we'd love to help you, but not just help you get out of pain, but help you to discover why this is happening and give you long-term solutions on how you can fix it to lead a better, happier, healthier life. Dr. Rodman, have a great day.